Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Ruby, I live in New York City. Welcome to my YouTube channel, it's a fun place, I hope that you stick around. Also make sure if you're not, go ahead and follow me on TikTok. I post tons of content there almost daily. I'm so excited for today's video. Not only that, I feel like I'm in a very chatty mood. So I'm just gonna say this already, like grab a snack, grab a beverage, because I have a feeling we're gonna be here for a hot second. We have a PR haul today. This is slightly collective, I would say over like the last 3 weeks or so. As a smaller content creator, it is always such a pinch me moment anytime a brand recognizes me, whether it's through PR or being invited to an event. So before getting into the actual PR haul, I just want to say a huge thank you to not only all the brands who have sent me something recently, but also to every one of you. Without you all following me and supporting me on my various platforms, like these opportunities would literally never be presented to me. So please know that like I don't take that for granted. I never want these PR hauls to come off in like the wrong way, but I think it's really fun and helpful to show you guys like what brands have been sending me as far as like new launches go, because I will say that's kind of the majority of what I receive in PR. We've got makeup, we've got fragrance. We actually have a lot of fragrance recently. So without further ado, let's just dive right in. I'm gonna have everything linked down below in case you're interested in like any of the products. Like I said, I hope you have your snack and your beverage ready. But let's dive into this PR haul. Because this is semi-collective, some of the PR packages I still have in the original packaging, but others I just have the actual product. An example of that being this. I threw away the actual like envelope that this product came in, but I still have the product in the packaging. Too Faced sent over their brand new mascara. This is their ribbon wrapped lash. It is a tubing mascara, 24-hour length and separation, 24-hour no smudging, clumping, or flaking, and then this tubing formula removes with just warm water. You know what, now that we started with makeup, should we just go through all the makeup first? I feel like we should do that. Now this package I just got a couple of days ago. This is from Clarins, which I cannot believe that they know who I am. That's how I feel with any brand, honestly, but when I got this, I think I actually squealed. If you can't already tell what they sent over based on the packaging. Clarins was so kind and they sent over their water lip stain. Now it does say that this is new. However, I remember these being out like a hot second ago. So I don't know if they reformulated it or maybe they came out with some new shades. I feel like as we slowly but surely approach summer, we are also approaching the season of lip stains. So I am so excited to try these out. We have 4 different shades, as you can tell. This formula is super, super unique. I'm just gonna open up one randomly to show you, but it is truly like a water consistency. It's a very, very lightweight formula, but it's supposed to really pack a punch, and the stain is supposed to stain your lips for hours. Thank you so much, Clarins. I'm truly so excited to try these out. I love your lip oils. I love your skincare. I'm sure I'm gonna love these. Moving on to some drugstore makeup. Rimmel reached out to me recently and asked if they could send me a package, and I was like, absolutely, Rimmel. Inside the package, we have a little informational card that says, get ready to level up your routine with Rimmel London. They sent over 3 different products. We have 2 of the Wonder Bond Bonding Serum Mascaras. That sounds really interesting. We have black and then black brown. It says that it revitalizes lashes in one swipe and it's infused with biotin. They also sent over 2 shades of this multitasker. It says better than filters. It's a primer, highlighter, and a glow booster. Kind of reminds me of the Charlotte Tilbury product, the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I am pumped for this. I'm so excited for this, and in full transparency, I haven't heard anything about this yet, so I'm very excited to do a true like first impression. It says, again, this is a 3-in-1 multitasking primer, highlighter, and glow booster that does it all. Wear it alone for a healthy natural radiance, mix it in with your foundation or skincare for a glowy finish, or layer it over your base as a highlighter for a real life filter effect, available in 8 skin adapting shades. Okay, very cool. And lastly, but certainly not least in this box, they sent over a ton of different shades of their liquid lipstick. Guys, I feel like liquid lipstick is kind of making a big comeback. Rimmel has sent over some, CoverGirl just sent me some recently. I'm definitely being drawn to the more like neutral and pink ones. These are so pretty. Thank you so much, Rimmel. And also, as I'm going through all these products, please let me know if you want to see any of these featured in YouTube videos, in TikTok videos. Would you rather see like individual TikToks about some of the products? Would you rather see a couple of the products in like a testing new makeup video out here? Please, please, please let me know, because I'm always eager to hear what you guys want. Up next, we have a package from CoverGirl. I actually got this one yesterday, but I did already open it because I was very, very intrigued to see what was inside. CoverGirl has been killing their launches recently. Truly so good. I feel like they have gone through a transformation recently. I've always loved CoverGirl makeup, but recently the launches that they've been coming out with have become like staples for me. Their brow gel, I'm using it today. I've been using it like every day for the last couple of months. Like I just talked about, they just recently launched a liquid lipstick that is so comfortable, so pigmented. I've been loving that as well. And this new launch, I am so excited. We have the brand new True Blend Skin Enhancer Balms. Obviously you can use these like all year round, but for the summertime, I'm just saying, I feel like all makeup brands are like slowly transitioning into like the summer stuff, and I'm so here for it. Enhance your complexion with balms that effortlessly melt into the skin for buildable and blendable color. The non-greasy, water-resistant formula is easy to control for mistake-proof application. So these balms come in a variety of shades for both like bronzer and contour, blush, and then also highlighter as well. We'll go through all of those in a second. They also sent over a couple more products too. We have one of their Outlast lip stain pens. This is in the shade 5 All-Star. Their Clean Fresh Tinted Lip Balm in Bliss You Berry. And then one of their Yummy Glosses and Yummy Plumper Glosses. These both are so good. This formula is incredible. Again, another launch that they have just like been killing. The Yummy Gloss is in the shade My Straw Booty. Honestly iconic. And then the gloss or the plumper one is in the shade Smitten With You. All right, now for the actual skin enhancer balms. They sent over quite a few, which was so incredibly generous. Thank you again, CoverGirl. Let's go through the shade names of all of these. By the way, the reason that I don't do a lot of swatches in my PR videos is because as lovely as it is to get all of this PR, to keep all of it would be actually insane. So what I do after like I unbox things or after I film an unboxing is I will look at all the shades and only swatch the ones that like I know I want to keep and use, and then the rest I'll either give to friends and family or I do in social media giveaways, which is another reason that you should follow me on my TikTok. So it's just a little call out as to why I don't swatch everything. Also, I feel like that would make the video a million years long. But let's go through the sculpting shades that they sent over of these new sticks. We have Defined, which would be a really nice cooler contour shade. We have Sculpted. This one is Snatched, love the name. And then we have Carved. For the blush sticks, we have 3. All of these look stunning. We have Radiant Peach. This is Nude Flush. Very me. And then we have Bubblegum Pop, which how freaking fun does this look? And then for the highlight shades, we have 2. We have Moonlight and then we have Rose Beam. Okay, and then the last makeup package that I have to share with you all was one from YSL, which there are no words. Every time YSL sends me a package, I swear to you, I'm like, they must have the wrong person. And they actually sent over 2 packages recently, the second one being for a fragrance, so I'll include that in like the next half of this video. But as far as their makeup package goes, they sent over their brand new Love Shine Plumping Lip Oil Glosses, which that is so up my alley. A lip oil, a lip gloss, a little plumping action. I'm here for it. This is an oil-infused plumping lip gloss that provides juicy, glossy shine and plumper, fuller-looking lips with an ultra-hydrating feel. It's infused with spicy ginger oil and hyaluronic acid. It says this is a non-sticky formula that leaves lips feeling softer, smoother, and instantly plumped. They actually originally sent over 5 different shades, but I decided that I'm keeping 3, and then the other 2 I already gave to some friends. So let's go through these. Up first, we have shade 2, Lucky Moonstone. The packaging just gets me. Nobody does lip packaging like YSL. Next, we have shade 1, Thunder Stealer. I'm really excited for this one because it's not a typical shade for me, but because it's a lip oil gloss formula, it's gonna be a lot less pigmented than, let's say, like a lipstick. And then lastly, we have shade 5. This is California Sunshine for like a bronzy summer makeup look. I already have so many ideas for this. So that is all the makeup that I've received recently. Now let's jump into the second category, which is fragrance. I don't have like any skincare or any body care this time around, which is totally fine. I definitely have enough that I've received recently where I have like a full kind of stockpile. But like I said, we did receive a lot of fragrances recently. And if you know me at all, you know that I'm absolutely a fragrance collector, so anytime I get a fragrance PR package, it makes my day. I think Miss Dakota is actually gonna join me for the fragrance section. She just jumped up onto the bed and wants to be very close to me, so I hope that's fine with you guys. Anyways though, back to the fragrances. Some of these I have already taken out of the packaging, but I haven't smelled any of these yet, so I really like can't give you my thoughts other than the descriptions online. All of these will be included in future like first impressions and review videos over on my TikTok. I feel like again that's a very easy way to organize like fragrance videos and devote one video to a fragrance. But if I end up really loving any of these, it will probably be included in future favorites videos here on my YouTube channel or just like vlogs or other videos here in general. So up first, we actually have Lancome. This is not a new launch from them, but it is an iconic product from them. But they must be doing some campaign where they're kind of like refocusing on this, which is why they sent it over. This is their original Idole perfume. Now what's funny is I've actually tried and owned a couple of the flankers of this before, but I have never tried the original, which is kind of crazy. The bottle is absolutely absolutely stunning, and I love how like thin it is. It kind of makes me nervous that I'm gonna knock it over, but like I'm just gonna be very careful with it wherever I set it. Because I haven't smelled any of these yet, I feel like I should just pull up the fragrance notes and read them too to make this a little bit more interesting and educational. All right, on Sephora, this is classified as a classic florals fragrance. It's sophisticated yet unapologetically modern. This fresh and floral women's perfume bursts with notes of citrus, rose, jasmine, and white musk, and is layered over a vanilla perfume base. I feel like this arrived right on time for the spring. I can't wait to test this out. Next, we have a fragrance from Future Society. When they reached out to me, I think I actually like squealed and immediately ran to Kevin. I was like, Kevin, you don't understand like the science behind this brand, the cool girl energy behind this brand. If you haven't heard of Future Society before, I feel like I'm gonna do a terrible job at explaining this, but basically what they do is they discover, or not discover, but kind of rediscover extinct flowers, and they make fragrances off of those extinct flowers. If I'm remembering correctly, they do that through a combination of like biology and then like DNA. I think that is so incredibly cool. It says on the box, they unlock the past to invent our tomorrow. Anyways, though, they asked me if they could send over one of their best-selling fragrances, to which I said absolutely. And so they sent over this one. This is Solar Canopy. Now, I have heard a lot about this online, but I've never smelled it myself. This fragrance is designed after a flower that went extinct in Hawaii back in like it says it here, 1912 is the last recorded date that anyone like saw this flower. Oh my god, the cap of this, it's like a weighted, like it looks like almost like a pebble. Absolutely gorgeous. Again, for spring and summer, I feel like this is going to be phenomenal. Haven't smelled it for myself yet, but the reviews I've seen talk about another extremely cool fragrance brand. We have a launch from Sniff that they sent over. This is a fragrance brand that has just like completely won me over head over heels. Their Creme Couture is so spectacular. I feel like all their fragrances are truly so unique and like undupable, and this one is no exception. This is Naughty Nona, which also like the packaging, the boxes of all of these, I'm just so obsessed. So this is step into the kitchen with a scent that's as unforgettable as your Nona's secret recipe, serving up a freshly baked fruit cake with rich spice notes and an extra splash of booze. Perfect for those who are sweet but love to stir up a little trouble. Naughty Nona is the scent that says being good is overrated. Obsessed. I cannot wait to try this. I feel like this might be a little bit more appropriate for like the holiday season or the fall, but I feel like I can still get away with wearing it in the evening. Here's what the bottle looks like. Oh, I also forgot to mention that this is from their secret menu, which is the same like line slash sister brand collection that Creme Couture comes from. Thank you so much, Sniff. I can't wait to try this out. We talked about YSL a little bit ago, but then they also sent over, like I said, another package featuring a fragrance. We have a new member to the YSL Lieb family, another flanker. This is Lieb Flowers and Flames. Because of the generosity of YSL, I feel like I now have pretty much all of the like Lieb fragrances, including the original and most of the flankers at this point. If I wasn't living in a one bedroom and I had a little bit more space, I feel like I would do a whole little display of my YSL fragrances, because this is just, it is luxury. But anyways, it says Lieb Flowers and Flames is a new sultry sun-kissed floral scent with a creamy cocoa palm flower, spicy lily, and a warm vanilla base. Bold and unforgettable for the season. This sounds quite different from the other flankers, so I'm very excited to try this out and see what my first impressions are, and also how I feel the longer I continue to use this. Okay, smelling it from the bottle, it's kind of the same thing with any of the other flankers. When you smell it directly from the bottle, you're kind of just getting the original Lieb like DNA, but when you spray it on the skin is where you really get the magic and you smell the difference between all of them. So, TikTok, I'm coming for you. I know that we've been chatting for like forever. I told you I was in a very chatty mood, but we're finally like getting to the end, which is good because I do actually have to get started on work in a little bit. I went to an event a couple days ago for Factory PR, which is a PR firm here in New York. They were kind enough to invite me to their offices a couple of days ago for a showroom event. It included brand new and upcoming launches for a lot of beauty and fashion brands. And on my way out, they actually gifted me 2 different fragrances from brands that they represent, or rather they actually gifted me a fragrance and then a fragrance set, both of which I'm equally excited for. This is from Henry Rose. They gifted me their Discovery set. I have smelled a couple of fragrances from Henry Rose, both like in store and also at this event. I don't own anything from them. However, a couple of their fragrances have been on my wish list for a hot second because everything that I've smelled is so divine. So I'm really excited to dive into this Discovery set and just like get a feel for like the full kind of brand. And then they also gifted me the brand new Vince Camuto fragrance. This is Wonder Bloom Haze. I have the original Wonder Bloom fragrance. I actually went to an event for that last year when they launched like last April. So this is a flanker of the original. And like I said, I really loved the original, so I can't wait to see how this new one kind of differs. The original Wonder Bloom is a gorgeous floral, but this one, Wonder Bloom Haze, has the addition of Madagascar vanilla, warm amber, and sandalwood, but it still also has a couple of floral notes and really embraces like elements of the original Wonder Bloom. Obsessed with the bottle. It's basically the exact same as the original Wonder Bloom, except this one is purple and not pink. So fun and like perfectly over the top. Wow, that's pretty. Oh my god, I cannot wait to explore this more. Okay, we are down to the last package. Now this one I got yesterday, but I couldn't help it. I already opened it. I did not smell it yet, but I already opened it. One, because I just like, I couldn't wait and I couldn't believe that this brand had reached out to me, but also it came with 2 fragrances, one for me and one for Kevin, and I wanted to give him his. And also just kind of like a side note, but that's been happening a lot recently where fragrance brands have been reaching out to me, but also asking if like they could send one of their men's launches to Kevin, and I just think that is so sweet, and it also just like makes my day whenever I get to like surprise him and gift him with something, so that it's always just like extra special. But lastly, we have a package from Valentino. I'm sorry, what? I can't get over this, and I know that after filming this I should discard the box because I have no place to put it. I have nothing to really like do with it, but I'm just like, I want to hold on to this for forever. Anyways though, inside this gorgeous box we have their latest launch from their Born in Roma fragrance line, or another flanker I should say. This is the brand new Born in Roma Donna Extra Dose perfume. Younger Ruby, first of all, would be screaming over this bottle. If you've been with me since my hot pink and black room and my hot pink hair, I just feel like she would have been squealing for this. I'm actually a really big fan of the original Born in Roma perfume. I have both a full size and a travel size in my collection. It's a beautiful, vibrant, bright, like fruity floral for the spring and summer. So I'm super excited to try this one because I feel like it's also going to be so different from the original that it's not gonna feel like I have 2 of the same fragrances in my collection, you know what I mean? All right, description of this. Born from the intensity of a night in the eternal city, this floral ambery perfume for women opens a door to an extravagant world. It's amplified by sweet extra doses of vanilla and captivating notes such as black currant and rum accords for an intensely irresistible scent. Thank you so much to the Valentino team, and thank you to every single one of these brands once again. That wraps up today's PR haul. Please let me know if you guys enjoyed this and if you want me to keep doing these every few weeks after I've like accumulated a couple different packages. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already, and also follow me on all of my other social media networks. I would say I'm the most active besides here on Instagram and TikTok. So be sure to check out the description. There's also like always fun links down there, including like discount codes and just a few other things. I love you all so much. I hope you're having an amazing day, night, afternoon, whenever you're watching this video, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Bye everybody.